I'm having a moment with this thing right there, see?
Welcome to the Bear Panty Show. If you're looking for authentic Belizean recipes, then you're in the right place. My name is Barbara, and this is Cooking Made Simple.
I was trying so hard to start this mukbang before the AC kicked in. But you know what? It is what it is. So take a look at what we're eating. We have egg over easy, 1 egg, avocado or pear if you're not from Belize, 1 strip of bacon, and some peppers, okay? And I have some Italian dressing to dip the peppers in. Now, normally, I don't eat peppers for breakfast unless I'm making an omelette. But because this is almost lunchtime when I'm taping this, we're going to eat the peppers. Oh my goodness. It is fresh, crispy, sweet. So I have a question for you guys. Green bell peppers, do those change colors and turn into these bell peppers? Because somebody told me that before. They didn't show me, they told me. And I don't believe them. Because how you know the green bell pepper if it's going to be red, yellow, or orange, right? I'm thinking these peppers are different. And I don't like green bell pepper. It has like a bitter taste compared to these that are sweet. So I'm all by myself. I'm not all by myself at home. I'm all by myself doing my mukbang. Because I want to do more of these. Yes, I'm in front of the green screen. Yes, I'm going to have a lot of trouble editing. Well, not editing, but saving this mukbang. But I am going to... Oh, let me not hide what I'm doing. I'm dipping. I am going to try, okay? So, when I was a little kid growing up, I used to make these eggs over easy for my grandpa, my mom's dad. This is homemade bread. And I made this. This is the Belize yeast bread. Or yeast cake. Belize yeast cake. It's supposed to be made with evaporated milk. But I made mine with lactose-free milk. And you better stop. Just drop them clothes right there and leave. It's going to be 20 minutes. That's Jada. She wanted to. I'll start for you, baby. When I'm done, I'll start for you, okay?
I can't get my shake.
Hmm? You didn't take your shake from the fridge?
I have a second one.
You could grab your shake. I'm telling these people I'm doing more mukbangs. They better get with it. I had patience in making them because I never overcooked the yolks, and I just took my time with it. But he always wanted avocado with his breakfast, and I hated avocado. I hated to even cut it and have it touch my hand. I was like, ugh, it's so gross. But I did it for him because I loved him. And I would make his breakfast for him every Sunday morning. My grandfather used to work in Benque Viejo del Carmen. So he stayed there from Monday to Saturday morning. He would come down Saturday morning, sometimes on a big truck because he used to work for a guy that was in lumber. And they would have the big lumber truck drop him off. Sometimes he would drive down in this Jeep that they would loan him. And he would come in, freshen up himself, go downtown to deal with his banking business, and then he would come back home, eat dinner because you know in Belize we eat dinner at noon, and then relax on the veranda. And I'd be there right underneath him. Guess why? He would send me to go buy fresco in a blue Johnny Walker mug. Who remember that from the 70s? I think it was here in America too, right? And the man would put all the ice and put all the syrup, and I would say, my grandpa said, put a lot of syrup, please. And then when I would come back home, I would have to go steal the sweetened condensed milk from the pantry. Now, my grandpa didn't have to steal his own food, but my granny's sister, Aunt Grace, would rail up if you waste the condensed milk. So he said, don't let Grace steal it, just go steal the milk. And I would be right out there eating fresco with him. That's why I got fat at age 10. And then he would go back up to Benque on Sundays. You know? I don't know how come I'm talking about him. I don't know what I'm going to talk about when I do this mukbang, so it just came in my mind. He's been dead 34 years. When I got married to Joe was when he died. And the anniversary of his death just went by on July the 9th. His wife, my beautiful grandmother, died a year later on July the 8th. Man, when I tell you we've been through some stuff. as a family. So this is how I eat the avocado now. I train myself to like the avocado because I know it's good for you. But I have to squish it or eat it as what do you call the dip? Guacamole. I like it like that. But this I just kind of squish it. I just can't take this thing like this. I can't like do this and just bite into it. I want to die if I have to do that. So for the people who drag me and say, I know she and her husband lie when they say they only eat one strip of bacon. This is all we eat is one strip of bacon when we can't afford to get the bacon. Because this is that thick bacon from Costco, that applewood smoke, whatever that thing is. The slices are super thick. And when you cook it, you can be satisfied with one. Of course, I would always want to eat 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 pieces of bacon. Bacon is good. But if I do that, I'll go back up to 270 pounds again. You know what I mean? And I love bread. So I have a serving of bread at least 3, 4 times a week. Not every day, but at least 3, 4 times a week. So, what's going on in the world today? Let me get my phone and check. Joshua is working. And Joy's sitting in the living room right over there. Well, based on my background, there's no living room over there, right? People always ask me, why do you let us know that it's a green screen? You know, you kind of kill the whimsy. I'm like, because that's the joke. The joke is I did not want to have a green screen for my setting ever, because it's kind of hard to set up a green screen. You have to know how to light it, all this stuff. And then when I saw B-Love say I have to have a green screen, I said, okay, girl, I'm on board. You're successful. I'm going to follow what you do. Well, well, it says after reopening C19, that's what we're going to start calling it on the show, hit states chart. C19 hit, states start their own path to close up again. You know that's going to be us in California, right? Our governor did such a good job with shutting us down early. We shut down. I knew we were going to shut down when Cuomo was talking about shutting down New York, but didn't do it. And I said, oh, we're going to shut down. And we did. I was on my way back home from LA to pick up some flour and stuff from my sister when the shutdown happened. In the middle of driving back home. I'll never forget that day. It was so scary. But they're going to have to shut down again because this thing is spreading rampant. And it's spreading rampant within families. Because these people keep having backyard parties. And they keep having other family members come over from who they're not quarantined with, right? That's why the thing is spreading. You see 14 members of the Marlins, I think that's baseball. They all came down with it. And I'm like, how are they having it when they're like in this bubble where they can't go nowhere? But you know what? People are sneaking out. That's what they always do. That's human nature, right? I keep hiding this thing so you can't see what I'm dipping. So each state is going to have to handle their own business because you know there's not a good federal response to this thing. And then they have that Flintstone looking man on TV today. I have a description for every one of these people. He's testifying, but I don't know why they waste their time with him. Because he never tells the truth. And he gets away with everything. So I suppose they're doing it because that's their job and they're hoping that eventually he will never be able to be Attorney General again, ever again in life. But he's just going to become a commentator on Fox News. That's all he's going to do. That's their career path, right? Not me. I want my career to last long. So I don't do anything for the short, you know, end of the thing. I started my show as a cooking show. And I wanted to do a lot of Belizean cuisine because I am Belizean and I know more Belizean stuff than other stuff. Throughout the years of doing the show, October 23rd will make 9 years since I've been on YouTube. I'm telling you, I've learned to make so many other dishes that I would have never learned had I not do this show. So it has been a learning for me to what I teach you guys, right? But right now the cooking videos are not doing well. And I watch my analytics so I know, and I'm doing them professionally and I think I'm doing a good job with them. But I guess people are not into that right now. They want ratchet, you know, they want to see fights and stuff. I mean, that's what I watch on YouTube. So I guess everybody's doing that. So we're going to do the mukbang so we could talk. And I enjoy doing them. Because I've charted my own path with these mukbangs. I'm not eating noodles. I'm not eating fast food. I'm not eating seafood. You know, like Belize is all seafood. Avocado is all a lot of noodles and bad food. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just eating what I would normally eat in a meal. And I'm going to try to see how I can take one a day and enjoy spending this time with you guys. And when I can make my brand new desktop computer, we're going to do some of them live, because I can hook up the camera. I can do it now. I can hook up the camera to the laptop that Joe has, but it's not powerful enough to do the green screen. It glitches. It's too slow. So we're gonna ramp it up. Ooh, look guys, look. Here comes the mess. I'm sorry if you don't like to see egg yolk bust like that. My ma, she couldn't stand it. She would run if she see me eat this right now, huh? You guys want some? I'm having a moment with this thing right here, see? My neighbor across the street came and brought me some fresh egg from her Delta chicken, but I can't eat it like this. I have to cook it and stuff. It smells rank. Oh, they're big, beautiful eggs, but it has a smell. It's kind of like when you go back to Belize and somebody kill a fowl for you to eat. It's almost too rank and tough. We have to eat these American chicken when they pop up with all kind of hormone. So now, I talked about my grandpa. 12 minutes, we're doing good. Let's talk about my grandma. So, July the 8th made 33 years since she passed. She had a beautiful singing voice. Never got trained, but beautiful. So when I was growing up, I used to always try to sing for her. But I didn't sound nothing like her. So when I was in, I'll say school, debut period, but these people will know who I'm talking about. Used to head the choir. She was a choir director for the school. So I belonged to the choir, but I couldn't sing. So me and this boy Ian Flowers, he was singing falsetto, and I guess I was singing falsetto too. And I remember they gave us a song to sing where me and Ian had to go Chichibada, and the choir would sing something. They would answer, and then we would say Somebody Mahala Somaba, and that's all we did in that song in falsetto, and we did it well. So then when I got to Catherine's, this lady, Nelly Castillo, she came back from the States, right? And she sang like an angel, like Barbara Streisand. And I belonged to Glee Club. Still couldn't sing, was always in falsetto. So I keep hiding this thing from you guys. I went to Nelly Castillo and I asked her, could she train me to sing like that? And she said, no, you have to be born with the gift. So I gave up till I came to California. And I might have asked she that like 81. It was in 83 when I got this scholarship to go to the Eubanks Conservatory of Music and Arts. You guys could Google all this stuff, okay? And the lady, the director said, I know you want to take piano, because I had taken piano lessons all my life. But I really feel like you should take theory also, because you need to understand how to write and read music and compose it. And also, what else would you like to take as a third class? Because you get 3 classes with the scholarship. I say, I guess guitar. She said, don't you want to learn how to sing? Wednesday just is going by right now. She's going on her walk. We might hear the door and Joshua goes. There it goes. And I said, well, of course, but I thought you had to be born with a gift. And she said, no, girl, you can learn how to sing. So I started taking singing lessons. The scholarship only lasted as long as the donor lived, and she was battling cancer. So she lived for 12 months. The scholarship ended. And so then my dad paid for me to continue privately with the teacher from the school. I didn't go to the school anymore. I went off with him at his house for 1 year. So I got 2 years worth of training. So when people come into the live events, they're like, oh my God, you could sing to Miss B. I'm like, it started with me, boo. But I had to get trained. For Jada, it comes naturally to her. Like it came naturally to my grandma. My dad's dad, he could play any stringed instrument by ear. That's what my dad said. So musicality is in us. But I remember from my grandma, I used to play this little organ at the house for her, all these gospel songs. And she would just sit back and enjoy. When my uncle Raja, my mom's younger brother, he turned 60 today. I got to call him for his birthday. He had a stereo that we weren't allowed to touch. But we still played the stereo. And then when we thought he was on his way home, we'd go ahead and hurry, shut it off, right? But we stupid little kids didn't understand. What's wrong? Joshua's I bathed the dog early and did not put back on her collar. So anyways, my aunt Annie would stop the stereo early because say Raja won't catch you guys because the thing's still warm. So Raja would even have a cloth, you know, that you clean the records with, that he would fold a funny way on top of the turntable so he could know when we touched his stuff. He's only 6 years older than I am, you know, so we were petty like that. Anyways, yeah, we didn't get busted. Raja, I hope you're watching. Because he watches. We didn't get busted because Tally protected us from you. And we played your stereo every day. It's getting cool now. It was just done cooking when I first started Mukbang. And this is how I eat. Joe made this breakfast for me, right? And if I can't eat the whole thing, I just cover this up, come back later, add something to it, and eat again. Well, I'm taping this show on July the 28th. And Jory's birthday is tomorrow the 29th. I'm going to see if I can't edit this and put it up for the 29th. I don't know. But your girl have a birthday coming up. I'll be 54. Mia Halle Berry. She born same day, same month, same year like me. I don't know what time she came. I came at 8 o'clock on a Sunday night. Didn't show Mama no mercy. So she could enjoy her weekend, right? And Magic Johnson shared the birthday too, but he older than us. Not a good people born August 14th. Like no other day matter, right? Or to eat the pear. In Belize, avocado is known as pear. We don't get the other type of pear. Well, when I was growing up there in the late 70s, it only came in at Christmas time, but I think they import it all year long now. Keep in mind, when I tell you guys my Belize stories, it's from yesteryear, okay? So, of course, I'm gonna finish my bacon. If I don't, somebody will come and finish it for me. So now that I'm eating this, and it's pretty close to noon, I'm gonna have a couple serving of fruit. And later I might eat another meal. But definitely I'll have a protein shake. I've been replacing one meal. And yes, I'd like to lose weight, but really the reason I'm replacing the meal is because no matter what I eat later on in the evening, it tends to bloat me. And I go to sleep feeling bloated. And, ugh. So when I drink the shake, oh, my stomach's flat when I go to bed. So I'm going to ask you guys, comment below any anecdotal story that you guys want to tell me about your grandparents. Were you raised with them? I was raised with my grandma. Because when I was newly born, my brother was only 11 months old and he was a preemie. He came at 28 weeks. My mom had her hands full at age 18, 19 with two young kids, two young pitney. So my grandmother had her first stroke when I was born. So it's her two sisters that had to help out with my mom and her kids. My mom was the first of my grandmother's children to have kids. So my older brother is the oldest grandson and I'm the oldest granddaughter, and after that I don't know who else have to have kids. Doesn't matter. The first is the only one that matters. But I'm looking forward to y'all's stories, okay? I'm waiting to hear from you. Tell me, how was it with your grandparents? Did you have grandparents? Did you love them? Did they love you? Joe did not have grandparents that loved him from his mother's side, right? No, from the dad's side, On the mother's side, Joe's grandmother died when Joe's mom was only 5 years old, and he didn't really know his grandpa. Grandpa had a wife and kids after he had separated from Joe's grandmother. So Joe wasn't raised with any grandparents. So that's why I'm saying, were you raised with grandparents? Anyways, guys, this is about 20 minutes, I think. It says 24, but we had to pause in between for them to get the dog and all that stuff. So I really appreciate you watching this video. If you like what I've produced here today, go ahead and hit that like button. Interaction matters. Your likes matter and your comments matter even more than your view. So if you didn't make it all the way to the end, you're not going to see this message. Maybe I'll put this message in the beginning. Your likes and your comments matter on the videos, okay? If you have a favorite content creator and you want to see them succeed in the YouTube algorithm, then you're going to have to like their video and you're going to have to comment on their page, all right? It's not just good enough for you to view the whole thing and even watch all the commercials, which those matter too, but it's not just good enough for you to do that. You're also going to have to go on ahead and like their stuff and comment, all right? So I look forward to your stories down below, and I'll see you guys again next video. Bye. The books are here. Take a look at the book cover, guys. So let's take a look at the inside.